Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to continue on with some Dawntrail. First we're going to clean up the aethercurrents in Urukopacha, and then we're going to continue on to Yak T'el. I think that's what it was. Yak T'el. The first aethercurrent that we need to pick up. There's actually only two more overworld ones. Yeah, there's two overworld aether currents, one in the lower level here and one in the upper level. Then there are the two blue quests that we unlocked towards the end of last stream. The first of the overworld aether currents is somewhere in this undiscovered region, so we'll go ahead and grab that first. I think it's there. Yeah, southeast. Let's head on over there. I think I need to go up here somehow. I think, do I even get there? Is it in a cave? Let me actually look at the full map of this. Oh no, it's... Oh no, we got this one. The one I need to get is over here. Yeah, because I think there's one actually like inside or right on up above the village or something, like up on the hill here. And we actually got that one. This one says southeast, so yeah, that's the direction that we need to go. Go ahead and grab that. I think from now on, because of the way that aether currents are in current expansions, but like before they remove the overworld ones, or before they remove some of the overworld ones, they make it so that a lot of them are on the path that you're going to be doing MSQ, but some of them are going to be a decently off the beaten path, and there's a good chance, like I've done so far, that I miss some of them. And so now I'm during a zone. Yeah, there's the last one that we needed. I'm going to try and get as many overworld ones as I can, but I'm not going to do the blue quest ones until we're actually done with the zone. That's kind of annoying because I won't have all of the... Because I won't have all the aether currents once I finish MSQ, but it will make it so that we can just focus on the story until later. Now, the other world one that we need to get is in this undiscovered region here, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up and do the blue quests first in case one of them ends up taking us over to that region. So let's teleport over to Warlord's Echo and grab the one of them. Now I think this might be one of the tribes that one of the base tribal quests. What are they called now? Allied societies. So let's see. I'm gonna see if I can try and guess which one of these it'll end up being. Or that the quest line to unlock it will end up being. Because I ended up guessing, I think, correctly on the Pelu Pelu. And then I know that the Vanu Vanu, I always say the wrong one. The bird people will end up, one of them will continue on from that. And it had to do with like this guy that was doing a like scouting report or something. Anyway, let's go and talk to Merfurler here. Well, actually, if it's Merfurler, he was in the MSQ. So this is probably going to be the one. The flames burn no more. Merfurler regards you with a mixture of reverence and uncertainty. Great and mighty Brillian, I've heard tale of your victory over Valagarmonda. You protected our land, and for that, I, Merfurler, express my deepest gratitude. I wish that I could have seen the battle with my own eyes. As a warrior of the Yokoi, I cannot fathom how one of your diminutive stature laid low that fearsome sky ruin. Thus, I do ask if you would demonstrate your martial prowess. You want to fight? Okay. I thank you for this honor. Of late, hulking monsters have been sighted south of the Shades of Grief, endangering all who travel along the road. I bid you snuff out this threat, that I might see for myself how you subdue your foes. I shall go there now. Join me when you are prepared. I just kind of like do a 1, 2, 3 and they're dead. What is this 1, 2, 3 you speak of? Nothing. Alright, let's do it like I did with the last blue quests that we did. I'm gonna do one at a time, even though it might be slightly more efficient to do them both at the same time, so that we can actually like get the little bit of story from it. Anyway, let's head on over to Merfurler and see if we can demonstrate our martial prowess. Ah, there he is. Can I make it to this rock? Nope, of course not. I see he has demonstrated his martial prowess as well. Lad, I am to see that you do not lose your way. As for this one, it made the mistake of picking a fight with me. There was another, but unlike its comrade, it had the good sense to flee. Not far, however, it stalks us from the shadows, yet thirsting for our blood. These beasts are formidable indeed, possessed of strength equal to their keen senses. I would have you hunt down the one that remains. Follow its tracks to the southwest. Doubtless it will reveal itself to what it will see as a smaller, less challenging foe. Excuse me? I know he called me diminutive earlier, but... Anyway, let's head on over to the purple smoke of death, and by death, I mean their death, not mine. Hello, sir. And he's dead. Or further, I don't know how you observed from all the way over there, but okay. As long as you're happy. Sure. Good thing I have this thing to kill you with. It's called the big giant sword. There we go. See more further, I also killed a little tree for you. A diminutive tree, if you will. Impressive, Brilliant. Not once did you falter before the towering Holopen. Quick to react and adapt you were indeed. Yes, I've seen all that I need to see. Now that the threat is no more, let us return to Warlord's Echo. Okay. Let's teleport on back. Alright, more further, give me my aethercurrent. What's an aethercurrent? Nothing. This has been an enlightening experience for me. Not often am I granted a chance to witness a warrior whose skill far surpasses my own. For years, I've served as guardian of Xbr'aal, the Gracious, watching over the seal placed upon Valagormonda. I would have aided in the feat of ice too, had the sky ruin not rendered our plans meaningless. You see, it is the duty of the temple guardians to drive off the dangerous creature drawn to Valagormonda's energies. At times, it was all we could do to shield the frozen Xbr'aal from swarms upon swarms of beasts. But now that Valagormonda has been laid low, we guardians have nothing left to guard. Of course, this is cause for celebration. Urkopacha, nay, all of Tyrol, need to no longer fear the Sky Ruin's destruction. And yet, a part of me felt otherwise. Deprived of purpose, I relinquished my position. Because we killed Valagormonda, Uncle Jaja has a lot to answer for. Personally, I wouldn't mind if someone made the job unnecessary. No. I guess I'll say that one, even though it's pretty obvious. Oh, I did not mean to suggest I blame you for my woes. Were it not for you, I would surely not be standing here to bemoan my plight. At any rate, I thought seeing you in action might move me to seek my next passion, or at the very least, to provide inspiration for a new combat technique. So is the Allied Society quest going to end up being helping him out? But given your graceful air, I remained skeptical until I observed your power firsthand. So you underestimated me like everyone else does? I would also be remiss not to praise your economy of movement. Always thinking ahead, looking for the shortest route to victory. What calling has led you to develop such commendable skills? It's called... What's the word I'm thinking of? It's called necessity. If I don't kill them, they'll kill me. Ah, so you are an adventurer. Does that mean your life's purpose is the pursuit of adventure? How intriguing. Alas, much as I would love to hear your many tales, I will not keep you. When next you have a moment, however, it would be my honor to speak with you at length. Yeah, okay, his quest line continues on, but we're not gonna do that right now. Let's go ahead and head on over to the second blue quest. I think we passed him on the way over, so it should be like right here, or... Oh yeah, right here. Garholor. An illuminating ritual. Garholor is eager to lighten things up around here. Hail, visitor. Care to partake in one of our customary rituals? Fret not, for your part to be played is a simple one. You see, the illuminations here in Warlor's Echo make use of glowstones. Is this Minecraft or something? A rare and precious mineral found only in the Nether, only through mining. On occasion, we offer up prayers in the hopes that their light remains strong and bright. First, I would ask you raise a hand to the saltwater jar and pray for light everlasting. Strange though it may seem, I assure you it is a necessary step in our ritual. Now, great warrior, slayer of Valagarmonda, open your heart and focus. Sure. I'm focusing real hard. It appears your feelings were heard loud and clear. Let us proceed to the next step. Now that the salt water has received your prayers, you need merely sprinkle it upon the glowstones scattered throughout the village, and the ritual will be complete. Alright. Let me pick up the salt water. Yeah, okay. And then, where are they? Yeah, we'll start with this one and then make our way around. There he is. Or there it is. Wait, this isn't the Nether? See the second one over there? And yeah, there's the third one over there. That's all three done? Yeah, this one's definitely not going to be any Ally Society questline or anything. The other one was a bit more in depth, so it wouldn't surprise me if that one ends up being like Allied Society's thing. Plus, it looks like the questline, at least the questline looks like it continues on. This one is probably not gonna have anything else. I see you have successfully completed the ritual, and for that, you have my thanks. Likewise, my fellow Yokoi will be glad to know that an outsider has shared in our culture. When mining the peak for glowstone, we occasionally discover shellfish fossils. Some have wondered if perhaps this tall mountain was once submerged between the waves many long lifetimes ago. The stone's radiance is a reflection of their joy, shining all the brighter when offered water and smells of the sea. Or so the story goes. Thus was our little tradition born. Knowing that it is the will of a great warrior that now illuminates our humble village, our spirits are sure to lighten as well. Suffice it to say, we are fortunate indeed that you are willing to join in our prayer with an open heart. May the light of the glowstone never guide your steps. Never, ever guide your steps. That means something slightly different. Alright, those didn't take me anywhere near the area we hadn't discovered, or where the last aethercurrent is, I believe. Yeah, southwest. So let's head on over there and collect it, and then we'll be done with the Urugupacha aethercurrents. I do find it a little bit annoying just how out of the way some of these are. Like, there's no reason to ever go into this area while you're doing MSQ. It was nice on, like, in Shadowbringers and Endwalker to be able to finish up all the aethercurrents once I finished the MSQ for the area. That feels like better design. But at the same time, this forces you to actually explore the area completely. Or mostly completely. There's only a couple places left that I haven't explored. I think you need to get to flying for this one anyway. It's just a little bit more, I guess, since it's a little bit more of a pain. Since it's a little bit more of a pain to do with this version, I guess. Wait, like I think we went. No, we did our confrontation over here with the other guys. Oh, this is their camp. That's interesting. But we never needed to go over here. Maybe in a side quest you do? Yeah, the guys in the red armor who were not friendly. This is where I need to go, right? Yes, southeast. Oh, there it is. And this should unlock flying. There we go. Nice. These look like I don't know what they're actually called. Obviously they're farms or like salts. I don't know. Either way, that wraps up the Urugupacha aethercurrents. Let's go ahead and teleport back to Tuliolol, and then we'll meet up with Alpha Node and head on out to Yak T'el. Forget exactly what we were going to be doing there, but I'm sure they'll remind us. Hello, Alpha Node. Where are we going next? The leap to Yak T'el. Alpha Node seems eager to review your journey thus far. I figured you'd want to do that. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants. I thought I said climates. Let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Xbr'aal, Ja, and Kuana have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Woklamat would be equal to them, but for Bakul Jaja's thievery, which has left us 1 short. That conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. Can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what is mine. This I swear. Don't worry, Woklamat, it doesn't matter. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, if Bakul Jaja's unleashing of Valgramanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repast and the Lay of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of the hostilities between the Mamul Ja and Xbr'aal in the forest of Yak T'el. Was this going to be where one of the places that we saw in the trailer? That'll be interesting, like more of a rainforest area. Specifically near a village called Xbr'aal. That's where I was born, if I recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant. That's probably, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Why? I can't remember her name. She's off the screen. Yellow Jacket Lala. Sorry, probably her grandfather. Beldezian. Kryl. Why did I forget that? But little more than that. Eorzea has a similar tale. The explorer of... Oh, no, that's the explorer. Okay, that's right. The explorer Ketin Ram befriended a two-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travels across Xbr'aal. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least, that is the commonly held belief. Except that didn't we find his grave at the top of the mountain? Your two-headed king certainly sounds like Papa. So this Ketin Ram fellow must have come to Tuliolol. But if he indeed arrived here 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet. Vestiges of the Yokoi architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Autarch, didn't you? Then Ketin Ram must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? What of the grandest in Xbr'aal? Once upon a time, and the seat of the Mamul Jaw's homeland. It too lies in Yak T'el, not far from Xbr'ax. All things considered, Yak T'el seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is dirigible. I can never say that straight. We should make further landing once our preparations are complete. But we're riding in one of Kwana's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? Well, they're called airships, so... Well, looks like Wokuthmon's gonna learn why they're called airships. Let's head on over there. So can I jump? Oh, there's a sightseeing point over there. I'm not worrying about sightseeing points until I unlock flying in all the zones, because like Endwalker, like more than half of the lookout points ended up being you needed flying for. So I'm just not even gonna bother with it until I can actually get to all of them. So where do we need to go around here? Oh, there's a aethercurrent. There's one over here. I don't know if I actually have gotten this or not. I didn't see it because I never go over here. Let's see. Okay, I think this is actually the last one I needed. Yeah, I've gotten all the other ones. Yeah, there we go. I needed to get that one. I was wondering why I didn't have any of these. All right, up here? There they are. It'll be fine. Just fine. How exciting. The design of trolley dirigibles. I think it's dirigibles. Intrigues me. I must note how they perform compared to Eorzea's airships. For as much as I wish we could ignore him, Buckle Jaja is a real threat. We can't afford to let our guard down. Yak T'el, where the Yokoi dreamt of the Golden City. Right, that's why we wanted to go there initially. And then it turns out that there's a bunch of other stuff there that we need. Ready to leave when you are? Alright, dirigible attendant. The next flight to Yak T'el will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Are we sure this thing will stay in the air? All the way to Yak T'el? Everyone's just ignoring her. Are you ready? Bags packed and goodbye said. This is not going back once we lift off. Oh, come on, please. I know you're a scaredy cat, but not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Right. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? Just until I've settled my nerves. Maybe as a character. I want to click that. Yeah, let's do it. That stick in the mud. He'd never let me live it down. Yep. There she is. Third promise. Wait just a moment. Oh, it's Mablu. Mablu, Tobli. Of course, of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay, but we were able to discover the origin of Kryle's earring. Ooh, that's interesting. Is that so? You said before it gained popularity in Yak T'el as a protective. Oh wait, this is Alpha Node, not the not Mobley. Or Mablu, not Mobley. This isn't Jungle Book. You said before it had gained popularity in Yak T'el as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at the market some 20 years ago. Ah, okay. That's probably golf. Little did he know that the charming tastes of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be my grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yak T'el. Well, it's kind of convenient that everything is there. Where it seems you're already bound. What luck. Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it a mere coincidence that brought my grandfather here? Or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rites. I'm giving her a more kiddish voice, but that's not quite right. Thanks. I won't let you down. I've just got to board this dirigible and I'm good as there. Last call for passengers to Yak T'el. I really hope she wins. Yak T'el will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Dawn servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. Well, that's ominous. It doesn't look anything like the jungle we saw.
The Xbr'aal hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yak T'el. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named.
Yeah, that looks more like a normal forest.
It is here, where the Xbr'aal and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Dawntrail, Yak T'el.
Are you all right?
Does she look alright?
I've never been good with heights.
I figured it would end up being heights this time.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozumautka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
What's a cenote?
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the Earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
He looks so acclamant.
It was one time.
Is the Xbr'aal community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
Well, that journey was delightful. The wind was fair and the vessel hardly rocked at all, and Roquelamonte still got sick. I can hardly fathom how difficult the travel must have been before the second promise introduced dirigibles. Can you imagine having to walk all this way? Where technically are we in terms of distance? I mean, Zomuka looks way farther away. Worry not. Xbr'aal and I will ensure our promise doesn't wind up at the bottom of one of those cenotes. Would it kill Erenville to give me the benefit of the doubt? Or the benefit of a second chance? Well, Clement, you haven't exactly proven yourself. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you keep someone in sight at all times. That's a good word of advice. Let's hop on our mount and head on down. Like we gotta cross this bridge to get on over. Of course, it says keep someone in sight, and then they all disappear immediately. And then let me go ahead and pull. I can get rid of the Earthquake. Okay, yeah, we should get to the Aetherite with this quest, and then I'll need to figure out exactly how far we're going to end up going. I think I wanted to do a couple more quests after this, because I mean it's only been like 36 minutes. For some reason it feels like I've been going on forever. I'm not sure why. Is that Xbr'ax over there, I wonder? Well, let's take a look at the map, Alpha Node. Yep, that looks like it. For all of Erenville's insistence, I've yet to discover anything particularly blue about this forest. Take care not to get separated. I'd hate to lose you to this rampant undergrowth. See? No tumbles. Thanks to Xbr'aal and Alizé, but it still counts. Right. Good. Everyone's accounted for. Xbr'ax is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Now I'm going to tune to the Aetherite first, so I don't forget. Because I have forgotten before. Hey guys, you gotta hold on for a second. I don't know why you decided to go into that pit. Alright, now let's go talk to them. cenotes this deep, I wonder? That's a cenote? I don't know how we would go tumbling into that. Just so you know, I shall be very cross if you push me. There's no /push emote, is there? No, unfortunately. Ha! I've fallen into High Tide Harbor enough times to be a professional diver. That's not something you should be celebrating, Will Clement. There's no way I'd be falling into something like this by accident. Well, Clement, please. What's so blue about this forest? You'll see. Airville was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we've made it here without incident. Well, you shouldn't have said that, Arenville. Let's not dilly-dally any longer. Wait, he doesn't say dilly-dally. I say dilly-dally. Let's not dally any longer. Yep, it looks like I get a weapon. Nice. Alright, let me go ahead and check the quests just to see how far I wanted to get today. I could try and get to Mamook, but that would be a bit ambitious. Let's see. Let's try and get through the Feat of Repast. Yes, that's that's only 3 quests. But we'll see how long that takes. Also, let's go ahead and talk to everyone, and then we'll start on the next quest. We should press on. The other candidates may be well ahead of us. Well, I know they definitely are. Are we ready to proceed? I'm eager to learn more of Xbr'aal and Xbr'aal customs. Of course he is. Are all cenotes... Oh, yeah, that's what she said. Just, yeah, if you push me. Okay, Wuklamut. A village of the hurt. Wuklamut's attention is divided between the perilously deep cenote and Xbr'aal. Ready to head in? Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully, our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. The third promise and her retine. I believe this is like retinue or something? I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of Stars. At her village center, everyone is waiting for you. Are they gonna have like a welcome home party or something goofy like that? And who might that be? There's only one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. Oh, okay. Why are they all here?
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with a Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As Xbr'aal, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people.
Oh, is this her father?
As all 4 claimants must be
Or
present
relative?
for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival.
I need to
Third
fix my
promise.
glam.
If you would please join us.
I have a white sword. Not the blue sword. I guess it makes sense I have the blue sword for, this blue forest. That is very blue.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
Well, obviously Kawana's gonna be working with us.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner.
I feel bad for the first promise in this situation.
Teams will be decided by lots.
Oh, okay.
Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Oh no, who are we gonna be paired with?
Twelve forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash.
Even the first
might
promise
even
would be better.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red. Blue. On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Oh, good.
Which means...
Together again, as fate would have it.
What's the point of the lots
Victory's as good as ours.
in the story, in the writing here? Just to make it...
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Is it just to make it seem like it's not...
Not the one hit.
Didn't he one hit already beat you?
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Xbr'aal cuisine. Xbr'aal pibil.
You gotta make some food? Okay. We got 99 culinarian.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Haha, dad crid.
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
Yeah, and also this Charlian cuisine. And their nerdiness to have no flavor.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along?
Yes.
But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation
And he hasn't learned
adhering to
anything.
Tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future. rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Xbr'aal will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
Nope, Kwana hasn't learned anything.
I've never actually heard of Xbr'aal before. What's it like, I wonder?
Do you suppose the first promise in Bakul Jaja will wear matching aprons? I dearly hope so. Yeah, we're ones that say kiss the cook. Only 2 claimants can receive keystones from this feat. Intimidating, perhaps, but irrelevant. We shall prevail. Yeah, it's definitely irrelevant now that we know the whole thing is kind of pointless. The second promise will no doubt have thoughts on how best to proceed. Let us ask for his perspective. The first promise and Bakul Jaja are formidable on the field, but in the kitchen, I think the odds are in our favor. I consider myself a connoisseur of all things tasty and tuliololi, but this is the first I've heard of Xbr'aal. I don't remember how he said it. For the pairing to be thus decided, the stars aligned for us indeed, yes, Mr. Astrologian. As much as I would love to defeat you all in high-stakes culinary battle, I couldn't have asked for better allies. True. How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jaja's attempt to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just complete fairly? He's pretty strong, and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am that this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. And then it plays this music. Precise. He just goes with it. Aaron feels like, no. You mean we have the advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition is a team of 6. The 2 claimants, the real Jaw and Bakul Jaja's lackeys. They don't even get names. Whereas we are a team of 9. That's 3 more people we can mobilize. While the tasks are suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy! Wuklamad, do not say that. Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have easily been avoided, like falling in one of those pits that I forgot the name of. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe of Xbr'aal. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Xbr'aal people. Let us gather here once we have seen what clues this village has to offer. And of course it starts raining. Alright, let's go check out the village, ask around like usual. Let's see. Where, oh where are the quest markers? I'll see a sightseeing point though, so let's go and grab that. I think that's like 3 or 4 that I've gotten so far. Anything around back? Oop, there's colorful spice. Let's check that out. A number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in a basket. That one's called a Diote. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Well, I guess that's one of the ingredients. See if we can find something else. How about Mr. this fastidious fellow? The recipe for Xbr'aal Pabil, didn't we literally just talk about not asking directly? I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we're forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Hanmu Br'aax himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only wish there's still a Br'aax to be had at market. Wink. How nice. I can't talk to either of them. We can talk to this guy, this guardian. We ought to cut loose our losses and head to Mamuk. The feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think we won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could it be a second time? Hello, fools. What are you looking at, salt liquor? Mind your own business. I don't think I will. Alright, one more. Let's see, where are we? Where's the last thing we need? Let me go ahead and grab this so I can get it off the map. It's gonna annoy me if I don't do it. Looks like it's probably inside here. Nope, is it on the other side? Ah, there it is. Bright banana peel. There's Woke of the Mott and Andre. I don't know why we can't talk to them. Did they just get lazy and not add dialogue? An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Apparently we need to smoke some bananas. Oh no, it appears I've gone and dropped my Jatika banana peel. I could barely see it with all the steam issuing from the underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. Guys, please. Could you be any more obvious? Alright, let's head on back. Yeah, you can't talk to any of them. That's not how they usually do this. Alright, let's return to the destination. Sorry, I'm back. What did you discover about Xbr'aal Pabil? True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidding from educating us, directly. However, many are still preparing it as one might a staple dish. An observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to XP. I'm just gonna keep calling it XP because I'm pretty sure I am pronouncing it wrong. But one in particular she attributed to all common Xbr'aal dishes. Akiote, she called it. That's the one that we heard about, I believe. I see. Then if XP is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alphanode claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying bundles wrapped in the leaf of Naju, or banana, in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? A brook, a sizzling slab of beef, no. A squeaking flesh of a bipedal fish, no. He literally said what it was. As would be expected of a dish called XP, indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Br'aax, flavored with the combination of spices that includes akiote, and steamed underground with naju, or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the forests while you all were exploring the village. Actually, they were standing right there and we saw them talking to each other. Between the local vegetation and wild Br'aax, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to the master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. Of course she can prepare the kitchen, because she wouldn't do anything related to combat. Permit me to assist as well, and Alphanode is going to be a beta male in the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require okay, that's not... It's always the firewood! And I have some experience in its gathering. I too shall be glad to volunteer mine aid. The rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to a suitable Br'aax, if they will perform the requisite deed. Alize, yeah, because he's gonna know how to track it. As for the nodule leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find nodule in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika heartland, forest far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Lama T, Brilliant. If you would accompany me on my errand, of course we're gonna have to go to the one where we have to go and talk to everyone. I still need to fix my katana. No better way to whet my appetite. You're not gonna eat the leaves, Wuklamont. Good. Let us be about our tasks then. Alright, let me go and fix my katana before I forget. I think it's this one. Yeah, because I have a white katana to go with the white, some of the white on the outfit, like here. Lama T had no specific task assigned to her, so I had her accompany me. No more, no less, and so we can keep an eye on her. Come on, let's go and get those nodule leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. Now that I can get behind. So we're gonna get a new chest.